Mic check, mic check. Are you hyped? Are you hyped? That gun was still good. I actually got rid of it, man. It's a shame. Alrighty, welcome into the historic Adelaide Arena for the first of three matchups between the RI St. M's taking on South Kent School, the South Kent Selects. They met earlier this year at Adelaide. St. M's won the series. Tim Duffy on the call here today on Fans Only Sports Network from Adelaide Arena. First of 3 games, we have the 16U and 18U games as well. Same matchup against South Kent for Mount St. Charles, but we're in for a good one between these two teams. 17 minutes on the clock, and this game will begin momentarily. So, got a lot of star power from the St. M's. They're the #1 ranked team in the nation for 15U play. Both teams huddling up. You know, we don't do starting lineups or the national anthem here in prep play, so this game is going to get underway immediately.
Good afternoon and welcome to our U15 game featuring South Kent School versus Mount St. Charles.
So 5 for Mount. So the starting goalies first. Tomas Rutilis in net for South Kent. Rutilis coming all the way from Riga, Latvia, and Carson Mertz in net for the St. M's. 17 minutes begins now with Bent weighing the face-off for the St. M's. This one's dumped up ahead by Callahan off the wall. South Kent back in their own end here. McHyman trying to get the one net, but it's knocked down. Now the other direction, going after the puck is Alec Johnson. Johnson gives it up. That shot got on net from Heron. And this is going to be the goal rather, moving off the rails here. So stop the clock. 21 seconds into the game. This game brought to you by Tovey Hockey Sticks with their patented Diamond Air Blade, delivering superior puck feel, strength, and aerodynamics. No more sacrificing stick strength for speed or feel. Have it all with a Tovey Hockey Stick. Visit ToveyHockey.com for more details. Visit their Instagram or X accounts at Tovey Hockey. Here's Callahan right off the face-off. Cross-ice feed to Adams, gives it up for Bent, back to Adams, trying to get through traffic. Adams, here's Jamie Glantz with a shot. That one gets knocked down by Charlie Griffith. Right back to Adams, though. Try to feed it right in front for Callahan, and this one gets turned over. Griffith. It's poked up ahead by Anthony Hurley. McHyman contests. Hurley on the wall, and Bent rips it away. No line changes so far for Mount St. Charles in this first unit. Here's Glantz, leading scorer on this team with a ripper, and Bent slid right in front of Rutilis right there. So we stopped the clock, slow to get up a little bit, and the net came off as well. Minute 6 into the game, and we have our first line change for the St. M's. It's fresh 5, and Easton Wallows. Chardiello trying to get after it. He'll box out in the corner. Nicoletta feeds back to Walos. Britton off his stick. Here's Chardiello. Leaves it for Walos, and this one gets ripped away. Walos will fight for it back in the corner. Chardiello catching up back to it. Here's Nicoletta. Walos off his stick. This one got saved. Bounced over to Cienko. Britton. Loose puck founded by Nikolai Lebedev, and Nicoletta will get it back from zone end. This one down the ice, and it will be kicked around. And taken back by Stepan Resvy. Resvy fighting for it, and he'll try to come away with a pie with it. Cannot. Nick Britton will get there first, and loose puck finds Brock Potter. Potter up ahead Onside is Johnson. Couldn't get there first, though. Suelos caught up to it. Get it back for Mount. This one, errant pass. It gets by Nicoletta. Here's Johnson, dumping it back in the zone. Nicoletta is there. He's going to hit that one off the wall. Gets by Chardiello. And Potter puts it in front of the net. Some zone time here for South Kent against number 115 U team. This one is loose. Good look. Shot gets deflected into the netting. As Revsby thought he had it there. Did not. As got tipped, I think, by Chardiello. Revsby making the play to try to get some offense going for South Kent. This one off the wall. It's right back to Kalen Blake. Up ahead. Good chance for Caleb. Rumpf hits the post. Oh, he hit the right side of the post, and Rumpf from Blake. Almost a golden connection. Just missed it. Spinning with it as Johnson got tipped away. Johnson gets it back. Over to Potter. This one's loose. Saborin trying to get in there, and he couldn't. And there'll be an icing call against South Kent. Or offsides, rather, against South Kent. Here's the face-off, and won by the St. M's. On the move with it, it's Agafonov. Shot! Saved and slapped away. It was Colson taking the shot. Longfield at center ice. Here's Cole Longfield around the corner. This one a little bit too tall. Got tipped on its way there. Kinsler colliding right there with Ellie Champagne, and that got some roars from the crowd. Oh, another collision on the other end, as it was Longfield taking the shot from Frank Fahn, I think. Or rather, Sienko. McHyman dumps this one forward, trying to catch up after is Adams. Bent is there as well, and Bent will get it. Here's Glantz, trying to squeeze in for Adams, got deflected. Bent got that one tipped as well. Here's a loose puck, chance for Jamie Glantz, and he couldn't get a shot off. We'll go backwards though with it. Here's Bent, trying to feed it back to Glantz. That one gets tipped. And Callahan. Adams. The contest coming from Nate DeSanto, and this one will be Glantz behind the net. Sets it up for Adams. That one gets saved. They've had a couple chances, but now McHyman kicks. Callahan launches, saved again by Rudalis, who's having a good first period so far. Good first five as Callahan saves that one from going into their own zone, as McHyman will catch up after it on the wall. This one's loose, and DeSanto gets it back for South Kent. Callahan charging through traffic. Callahan fires. It's saved again. A little bit too tall on the shot. McHyman at center ice will keep it alive. Onside is Bent. Bent feeds Adams, and that's Glantz a little bit too far on the pass. 3-on-1 now for South Kent. It's Johnson leading the charge, and a good save right there from Carson Mertz, who's been quiet today. Hasn't done too much as Mountains dominated possession, as they do. But Mertz makes the big save there, as it was a 3-on-1 for South Kent, and they might come back to look at that one later and say what could have been. Chardiello out of the pile. Walos deflected and flies into the netting. It was tipped on its way there. I think it was Revsby, yes, who poked it away. Revsby, the leading scorer on this team with 53 points this year, 29 goals, 24 assists, leads the team in goals and second or third on assists. For South Kent, here's Wyatt Britton. This one off the wall. Griffin poked it away. Griffin now trying to get that one back. I think it's ripped out of the pile by Charlie Griffith down the ice. Nicoletta trying to get there, and it doesn't matter. It'll be an icing against South Kent. 6 and change into this first period. Still a scoreless game. And like I mentioned, we have the 16U and 18U games after this at 2 o'clock and 4 o'clock. Saborin. And Blake got that one taken away. He was looking for him on the pass. Here's a long shot wide to the left. Second chance for Romph. Had a chance to try to poke it in, couldn't. And South Kent will get this puck back. Slicing through, it's Lebedev. Gets it back. And Tsienko will get there first. This one off the wall. And here's Jacobiak. Off the wall, it finds Romph. And turn back over again. It's Tromafov. Tromafov into the zone. Mertz got a piece of that one. Romph turns it over. DeSanto's shot deflected by Jacobiak. And it flies into the netting again. And I have my guy Ryan Ward on the camera. He told me that he's very hyped for this game, and it's lived up to the hype so far. Still scoreless, but it's close, and not a lot of teams keep it close this far in the game against this 15U team. But South Kent having a modest season themselves as Callahan got that one knocked down. It's taken away by Longfield in front of the net. And a lot of pressure coming defensively from South Kent. They're containing the St. M's up to this point. Champagne on the wall. This one's loose. Callahan will get it for the St. M's. And Mount on the move. He's got Colson out there with him. Callahan got that one knocked down. Longfield from the blue line, a little bit wide to the left. McKyman. Colson. Here's Callahan at center ice. That one's hit up ahead. Agafonov, who comes off the bench, goes to the bench afterwards. Glantz fighting for it. Bent. Here's Adams. Glantz has a chance. Glantz got it saved. He's the leading scorer in points for this team. 43 goals, 43 assists. Couldn't get there, but he gets it back. Glantz. And that one saved again by Rudalis, who makes another big-time play. Britton. And taken away by Jack Heron. Jude Heron, rather. Sets it up, and that shot goes a little bit wide to the right. For Resvy, who had a chance to make this a 1-0 game. Resvy can't hold on to it there. One gets tipped and bounces back over to Griffin. Glantz gets it at center ice. That'll be offsides against Chance Adams, who tried to stay on but got caught lacking there. And Crayer lost the handle on that. Welos dumps it forward in the zone. 7.5 minutes to go here in the first period. Still a scoreless game. Chardiello fighting for that one. And now, from behind, making the play on Griffith to fight for this puck back. Kinsler up ahead to Chardiello, and that one right back to South Kent. Charlie Griffin, this puck loose right in front of the net. Oh my goodness, that was a chance. Chardiello and Crayer right there. This one is picked up out of the pile by Lebedev, and his shot wide to the left. A lot of big jersey numbers on this team. 40 and up. Most of these guys in the 60s and 70s for South Kent. It's just the complete opposite for Mount St. Charles across all their teams. Kinsler from behind the net. Up to Walos. Walos getting through traffic. Leads the team in assists with 48. Trying to set it up here, and that shot gets deflected. Kalen Blake was the shooter there. Champagne. Taken away by Kalen Blake. His shot. Oh, it pokes out. It hit the post. And Blake can't believe that one. It'll be an icing call against South Kent. But Blake, he had a loose puck, and he hits the post. That's the second Mountie to hit the post today. Unbelievable. The bounce is not going for the St. M's. Here's Shanahan and Heron on the face-off. It's not Shanahan, Saborin rather. Johnson gets ripped away by Saborin from behind, and up at the Caleb Romp. Cross-ice feed, getting onside with it is Gavin Callahan, kicks it to Saborin. Got on net on its way there, so I'll go in the books to save. Here's Rompf. Now taken away. This one gets tipped on its way into the zone off the Potter pass, and Callahan gets there first. 5.5 to go here in the first. Callahan down the ice. It's Kalen Blake trying to catch up to it. He will. Blake then gets tangled up a little bit with Griffith. Here's Heron. Lost control of it. Rompf gets it back for the St. M's, who have been stifling defensively here in this first period. That is going to be an offsides against Mount. So face-off coming there right at the point of the infraction. Britton dumps that one forward. Only selects her there, though. Nicoletta down the ice. That one sounded like it was off the face mask of Austin Griffin, who gets it back. Britton at the blue line. Turns it over. Out of the pile with it. It's South Kent on the move. Tangled up is Frank Fan, and they are going to call the game's first penalty right there for a hold. As Fan was in pursuit. And they go in the box is Nicoletta. So Fan gets some claps going back on the bench as Fan coming the farthest distance. He's from Beijing, Frank Fan. Able to draw the penalty there, so. First power play of the game belongs to South Kent. Let's see what they can do with it here. They haven't got a whole lot of shots on net tonight, or today rather. This one gets knocked down, bent off the wall. They get it back. Here's Jude Heron. Bounces back over to Johnson. Johnson, cross-ice feed, deflected by Glantz. What a play, and that would have been a good setup on the shot for Jude Heron, presumably. As we're 30 seconds into the power play. Here's Potter. Up ahead. Champagne trying to play it. Potter. Got that one deflected by Jamie Glantz. And Bent will catch up after it. Can't get there before Stepan Resvy. And now Resvy getting through traffic offside against South Kent. A minute 6 left on the power play. And they're yet to get a shot on goal here in the 2 minutes thus far. Sienko, cross ice feed. Good setup. Shot goes errant over the head of everybody and into the bleachers, taken by DeSanto, the alternate captain. Santo off the face-offs. Only 40 seconds left on the power play for South Kent. Coming near side and losing the handle on it was Hurley. And now here's Crayer, short-handed. His shot a little bit too tall. I think it might have got deflected on its way there by Sienko. Only 20 seconds remain on the South Kent power play as we're inside the last 3 minutes of the period. DeSanto feeds it to the trailing Hurley, and Hurley trying to get by Ryder Kinsler, can't. Jacobiak will send that one away. Loose puck. Here's the final chance, and they can't do anything with it, as Lebedev lost the handle on it. Whelos in traffic. He can't hold on to it either. Sienko gets it back. This power play concludes. This one gets knocked down by Alec Johnson. Johnson gets hit from behind, and Chardiello made the play on him. Here's Crayer coming near side. Crayer turns around, gives it up off the wall. Chardiello got that one tipped. And it's taken by the captain, Jude Heron. Down the ice, Heron. 2 minutes left here in the period, and he lost the handle on it. Now gets swatted away by McHyman. And now Johnson takes it back. His shot gets knocked down. Chardiello. Crayer gets it ripped away. Long shot saved by Mertz. So South Kent finally gets a shot on goal after quite a few minutes. Face off at center ice. McHyman. Going off the stick of Kalen Blake. Here's Cole Sabor. Back to Blake. It gets tipped and goes over the top of the net. Good deflection right there by Anthony Hurley. McHyman. And now, I mean, they've had a ton of chances to get on the board, but haven't. Saborin kicks to Romph, gets it back in front of that Blake. That just gets by him. Go far side with it, Hurley. He turns it over. Here's McHyman. Final minute now. Stick on the ground. It's Callahan's. He gets it back. Lucky he didn't take too long there. Callahan. Go ahead. That one gets a little bit too far and gets tipped and taken by Sienko, but Blake gets it back off the stick of Heron. Blake, Romph, Blake again. He's got Bent with him. Gives it up to Will Bent, who scores the first goal of the game. Nice little dish from Kalen Blake, and Will Bent with his 38th goal of the year, according to Elite Prospect. And Mount, they get on the board with 29.9 to go, seconds-wise, here in the first period. Kalen Blake was active offensively the last couple of minutes. Gets the assist there. It's a beautiful dish. And Will Bent, one of the most reliable goal scorers on this team. When you need an answer, he'll give you the answer. And able to put Mount on the top. That one gets deflected by Adams on the shot from Lebedev. Here's Glance. Final 10 seconds. Feeds. Bent! Deflected and flies into the netting. 2.8 seconds left. Sorry, the mic cut out up here from our friend Pam upstairs. So kind of tripped me up for a sec. But final 2.8 seconds. They're not starting the clock, now they do. And this is going to end the first period. Mount up 1-0 with the Will Bent goal coming just a moment ago with 29.9 seconds to go in the period. And the St. M's are on top after the first 17. So we come back, 17 more minutes. And period 2 action here on Fans Only Sports Network. We'll be right back for the second. All right, 17 minutes back on the clock. We just had a Zamboni period, so I should update you guys on that. Sorry to play one commercial the whole time as well. And if you didn't see the commercial or how your volume turned down, this game is brought to you by Tovi Hockey Sticks with their patented diamond air blade delivering superior puck feel, strength, and aerodynamics. No more sacrificing stick strength for speed or feel. Have all the Tovi Hockey Sticks. Visit ToviHockey.com for more details or go to their Instagram or X accounts at Tovi Hockey. This one's set up. Walos got it poked away at the last second. So this is a scoreless game for the first 15 or 16 and a half minutes. Will Bent just scored for the St. M's on the pass from Kalen Blake, a beautiful feed. They connected with 30 seconds left in the first period. Here's Walos. Sets it up. Here's Walos again. Off the wall, Crayer. The timing, this one finds Crayer. His shot is saved by Rudalis, who's had a really good first period. I mean, this is a Mount St. M team that outshot SKS by a lot in the first period. I mean, we don't have the count, but it was roughly about 15-3, somewhere around there. And Rudalis made a lot of impressive saves. And, this is number one ranked team in 15U for Mount. They don't really go that long without scoring, so that one goes over the top of the net for Jamie Glantz. Trying to bounce around traffic is Anthony Hurley. And this one will be snatched by Carson Mertz. What a save. As Ellie Champagne was flying in there to get the second chance shot, and Mertz, the quick instincts, snatched it out of thin air. Glantz, going poked away. Here's Adams, feeds. Pence lunging on that shot. Didn't get a good piece of it there. And this one going to fly by Jacobiak, taken away. What a nice move by Hurley. His shot gets saved though, as Hurley did the work to get some separation and the shot, but got it saved. Adams. It's it back for St. M's. This was taken away by Hurley, and he takes a shot right in front of the net from Jacobiak to jar the puck loose. Bent coming near side, makes a nice wiggle around the corner and slapped away by Charlie Griffith. Numbers here and a good defensive recovery from Ryder Kinsler. Glantz stayed on side. His shot, ooh, that one gets saved. As Glantz ripped that one from the right side. And Rudalis making the save. Jacobiak's shot is saved as well. Not Jacobiak, Saborin rather. Took it right off the face-off. And Rudalis making another big-time save. To keep it a 1-0 game. This one's going to bounce around the wall as it was first hit up there by McHyman. Saborin, Callahan, surveys inside for Blake. That one gets knocked away by Sienko. Cross-ice feed. On the move with it, it's Ivlev. There's Blake near side. Kalen Blake. That one gets turned over. Not turned over, it's Callahan getting there first and lays the hit stick on Ivlev. Sets it up, and that one off the stick of Trofimov. He had a good chance at a goal there. Romph off his stick and tipped away up to Callahan. Here's Saborin. Moving up with Blake and Callahan. Saborin's shot gets deflected by Griffin. Saborin. Trying to do it himself here. And Griffin lays him a light tap in the corner after McHyman gets it back. That one gets tipped on its way to the net, and Romph sends it into the wall. That one deflected too. Saborin got his pocket picked there by Austin Griffin. Now there's Griffin again. Off the skate, taken back by Trofimov. Second chance, right in front of the net for Mertz. Got that one saved though. Mertz got on top of it at the end of the play, and charging through was Nikolay Lebedev. Trying to get the shot on goal, could not. All right, cool. That one saved by Mertz. He struggled with it and ends up making the play. Getting it on net there was Potter. Nicoletta off the wall and up to Agafonov. Nicoletta dumps it in the zone. There's Potter getting there. Turns it over. Nicoletta, long shot, gets saved by Rutalis and flies into the netting again. So a lot of stoppages of clock here in the second. Stoppages of clock. It's been a slow-paced second. It was a very fast-paced first period. 17 minutes flew by. That's Zamboni, though. I don't think there will be 2 Zambonis for the other games. Get the word from upstairs at the break. If you guys are tuning in for that one, see the St. M's take on the South Kent Selects over the next 2 games at 12 p.m. and 2 p.m. 16U and 18U teams respectively. Agafonov, or now it goes over to McHyman. Agafonov against the wall. It's turnover. Potter took it away. Ahead for Alec Johnson. Gives it up. Looking for the shot was Revsky. Nicoletta got a stick in there. Send it backwards. Revsky tries to find it over there on the cross-ice pass to Jude Herron. It's going to go out of play. And thrown back on the ice. Good Samaritan over there. Getting rid of that puck. Could have taken home a souvenir, but the unselfish play will resume this game. As we're 5 minutes into the second period. Only 1-0 game. As you know, St. M's, they've gotten their shots up, but just unable to really take advantage of it. Here's a shot. That one gets saved by Mertz. There's Trofimov on the shot. Way low, stumps that up ahead. And taking it back is Sienko. Icing call against South Kent. The face-off Agafonov shot gets knocked down on its way there. It was off the back of Hurley. Bent from around the net trying to slice and dice. But Rutalis gets on top of it there. It's trying to slide in. Get a piece of it was Adams. A little bit too late. And the Ox here is good. Glance off the face-off. Callahan thought about it. Now it does. That one gets saved back into play. Gets by Adams. Hit off the wall by Champagne. That one's saved and kept alive by Rutalis. Santos turned over. McHyman. Callahan, that one gets by him and can't hold on to it. Bent. Around the corner. Charging up. Far side. Bent. Can't throw everybody now. Can't get that one over to Adams as he attempted to. Adams now will find it off the wall. Puts it in the middle. It's taken away by Hurley, who puts that one on net. Mertz hits it back into play. This one going to fly by Bent and finds Glantz. Jamie Glantz gets tangled up. Adams with that loose puck. Inside the last 10 minutes now before the end of the second. Still a 1-0 game as Adams can't hold on to that one. It's tapped away by Sienko. And a big hit, McHyman sandwiched between a couple of South Kent players on the far side board. Wow. I mean, that is going to do it for you on the road team. You got some momentum on the physical side. So Boren puts that one on net but gets saved. Romph and now Saborin. As Johnson takes it back for South Kent. Nicoletta got it back for Mount. On the other end, Saborin trying to get this one on net from around the net. Save. Second chance for Romph. Got deflected first. And Saborin trying to do the wraparound and got it saved. The quick instincts from Tomas Rutilis. The Latvian making some big saves. Long shot knocked down. Here's Hurley. Shot. Saved. Oh my goodness. I think it hit the face of Nicoletta. Oh man. He's slow to get up. Yeah, we're going to take a little commercial break. I think that puck got in Nicoletta's face mask. 1-0. RI St. M's on top. You're on Fans Only. Back here, I think I was just watching the replay. Nicoletta, it looked like he got hit in the back of the head by the puck going to the net. He was able to come off the ice, got some medical attention, and he looks to be doing considerably better than when it first happened, of course. So let's see if his day is over. And, you know, good guess is that it is. As Agafonov trying to get around the corner. Turn that one over as we're over halfway through this game with 8:20 to go here in the second. The icing call against South Kent. Still 1-0 lead for the St. M's. That one gets tipped, and DeSantos trying to tap it forward. Jacobiak getting there, deflecting it off the stick of Champagne. Champagne lost the handle on Longfield. Santos got that one saved. Kinsler down the ice. Colson is there leading the charge. Colson knocked down, and that one also knocked down by Austin Griffin as he was trying to get a shot on that. That one gets tipped away by Callahan and taken up ahead by Champagne. Back to Colson. And Walos leading the break. Walos around the left side. Gives it to Crayer. His shot snatched on the left side of the net by Rudalis. Would have been wide the mark anyways. Looked like it was going to hit the side of the net. But Rudalis with another big time save. McHyman got that one knocked down. I mean, he got deflected by Resvy. Still at the back of the wall, and now Griffith. Fight for it on the boards. McHyman taps it forward. Coming away with it, though, is South Kent. Now a big collision between Charlie Griffith and Walos, and this one gets on net. And saved by Rudalis off the shot from Chardiello. Bent fires, saved. As number 2 looking for his second goal, and that was a great look for Bent, but another big time save from Rudalis. Glance. That shot knocked down on its way there. Pass a little bit too long from Jude Herron. Britton comes away with it. Up to Jamie Glantz, and now on the move it's Bent. Bent kicks. Jacobiak lost the handle on it. There's Johnson, his shot saved. Jacobiak up to Glantz. Glantz going along the far side, and Glantz comes away with the numbers here for the St. M's. Bent. Back to Glantz. His shot saved by Rudalis. There's the 2 leading point scorers on this team trying to connect for one right there. They can't. That was a 3-on-1. What a play by Glantz, keeping it alive. To even set that sequence up right there. The face-off in the offensive zone for Mount. Blake lost it. Saborin. Gets deflected on its way there from Romph. Callahan is back in the zone. Here's Blake. To Romph. Sets up for Saborin. That one's saved again. I think he got knocked down. Back into play, though. McHyman turns it over. Good look. And that shot knocked down by McHyman. It was Lebedev taking it right there. Lebedev. And Lebedev takes it away there. Callahan got it back for the St. M's with 5 minutes left here in the second period. By 4 in the corner. And coming away with it is Callahan. That'll be an icing call. Against Mount. We haven't seen much of that today. Only 1 penalty so far today as well. It's been a clean game. It was a hold on Peter Nicoletta. And the Selects couldn't do anything on the power play. Longfield. Now Colson. Potter trying to get it back for South Kent. Fight on the boards, coming away with it. Champagne, cross-ice feed over to Hurley. Coulson. And around the corner, Coulson can't. Agafonov. It's back to Coulson. Now Agafonov once more, and he turns it over too. DeSanto. Selects, getting some zone time now. Here's Potter. Champagne takes the shot from Kinsler and lost the handle on the puck. Stays with South Kent. Hesitation, it's Sienko. Shot! Oh, I thought it almost went in, but it goes just over the net. That'll be an icing call against Mount. Fresh line in for both teams as South Kent applying some pressure right there. Callahan up to Walos, so now it's Chardiello. And cannot lead Crayer on the pass very well there. Callahan up to Crayer. Crossing the blue line, Crayer sets it up. That one almost got deflected by Chardiello. It was Walos taking the shot. Now Crayer off his stick. Walos recovers. Back to Crayer. McHyman knocked down by Chardiello. Some friendly fire there. This was off his leg. Now Chardiello gets it back off the turnover from South Kent. Good setup. Here's Walos. He whiffs on it on the pass. That was right there from Matthew Crayer. Chardiello fights for it back. Walos kicks. Crayer. It gets by him. Chardiello, this one flies back over to Callahan, past him, and on its way over to Mertz. Past the center ice. Callahan leaves it for Walos, and that one lose control of it there. Jacobiak shot, save, second chance. It is knocked down and saved as Crayer on the rebound could not get it by the electrifying Tomas Rutelis. He's been incredible today. Coming in with a 93.6 save percentage. That's got to be very close to what he's had today. Mertz on the other end, 92.1%. Bent lost control of it. Losing the handle there is Hurley. Bent. Jamie Glantz. Up to Bent. Bent gives it back to Glass. From around the net. Back over Nicoletta. Bent, Jacobiak. That one gets knocked down by Anthony Hurley. Nicoletta back over to him. Lost it. Right here for South Kent, and it gets saved. Champagne got denied by Carson Mertz. A minute 20 to go in the period. At least Champagne with probably the best look on goal that South Kent has had arguably in this whole game. And this one going to bounce. Kalen Blake trying to catch up to it, can't. Griffith, little shoulder, and takes the puck away. This one right back to Kalen Blake, though. Sets it up for Rompf, and he gets that one knocked loose. Good stick by Alec Johnson to pick the pockets of Caleb Rompf. As Heron sends it up ahead. Ooh, and losing the puck there was Heron. Romph trying to get up to it. Can't. Sent up ahead. Britton and Kinsler getting back there. This will be an icing call against South Kent. 26.5 seconds to go here in the second. It's still a 1-0 game. A scoreless second period here at Adelard. This is around the time that Mount scored in the first period. They scored 30 seconds left, 29.9 to be precise. Chardiello knocks that one down, has a chance. Lost the handle on it on the way to the hole. This one will squeak by Callahan. Final 10 seconds of the period. Callahan up to Crayer. Chardiello. Crayer fires, saves, drop down. That's going to end the second. Still a 1-0 game here at Adelard Arena with Mount holding tight off that Will Bent goal. So when we come back, final 17 here from Adelard in this 15U matchup. We'll be right back here on Fans Only Sports Network. All right, back here for period number 3. It is a 1-0 game still, with Mount St. Charles on the board, on top for the game's first 34 minutes. Just had our second intermission. It's sent on net, and Mertz got a piece of it there. Tough forward by Heron around the net. South Kent still scoreless here in this game. Bentz gets the puck back. Here's Adams leading the charge, and that one gets deflected by Resvy. And Kyman over to Bentz, and they'll be offsides against Mount. 50 seconds into this final period. Uncharacteristic low-scoring game for Mount. They only have 1 goal here so far through this one, but their defense has been stifling. Chardiello, here's Walos. His shot saved, and it flies into the netting. Nicoletta, he's back in the game after head injury earlier. That one gets tipped. Goes into the net again. Nicoletta took that big shot to the back of the head with a flying puck, and he's back on the ice. So well, gives it up here. Here's a good shot from Chardiello. Got saved. Got it on net. Chardiello turns it over. Tried fighting Easton Wallace, and Hurley ripped it away. But right back to Mount. It's Crayer. Over to Britton. Chardiello. No one home. St. M's clinging on to this 1-0 game. This could easily be a scoreless game. This will be a penalty for Tripp. That's against Mount. They go in the box. Right below us is Matthew Crayer. Going in for the tripping penalty. That's the first penalty called in a while. I don't even think there's been a power play today. I don't have any written down. I think there might have been one earlier, but no, Nicoletta was in the box for a hold. I do have that written down. Okay, so second power play of the game. Both have been for South Kent. This will be an icing call against Mount. 17 seconds into the power play. South Kent, I mean, they struggled to get a shot on goal the first power play, and they didn't do anything with it their first time with the advantage. Saborin fighting for it on the wall with Callahan, trying to stall this power play clock a little bit, and Callahan will take a huge hit to trying to get rid of that one. Champagne laid the boom on him, and this one finds McHyman off the back of the net. Has to get out of harm's way, and does. Romph trying to load up a shorthanded sequence right there, and Saborin gets a stick in there to get it, to help get over to Callahan. Dumps it forward, and South Kent just going backwards on this power play. Getting through traffic, losing the puck though. Was Heron, and down the ice. Saborin will get there first. Sets it up from behind the net. That shot gets saved by Rudalis. Here's DeSanto coming the other way. DeSanto. Saborin trying to tap it forward. Sienko puts back in the zone, and this has been another unsuccessful looking power play for South Kent. There's only 20 seconds left on the power play. And final 5 seconds of the power play for South Kent. Won't do anything with it here. Bent took it away in the offensive zone. Lost the handle on it though. So flipped the head forward. Sliding to make a play on it, Nicoletta. Try to get it by Griffith. Britton. That one goes out of play. Face off here. Won by South Kent. The wall will be Alex Johnson. Jacobiak taps it back, and now he'll get it again. There's Jacobiak, and now Johnson losing the handle. Jamie Glantz on the other end. Bar down. Jamie Glantz scores an incredible goal. And it makes it 2-0. Finally, one of these two teams has got on the board again, and of course, it's the leading scorer across both these teams. Jamie Glantz with the goal. Bar down for Glantz. And excuse the scoreboard, it's 2-0. Chardiello sets it back up for Walos. Another shot. Crayer saved. Jamie Glantz, the unassisted goal to make it a 2-0 game. Crayer through the heat. That one just goes wide to the left, and second chance shot for Walos gets saved. And the net moved pretty good amount right there as well to stop the clock. Nicoletta. That one goes into the penalty box. 12 minutes exactly on the clock. This game brought to you by Tovey Hockey Sticks with their patented Diamond Air Blade, delivering superior puck feel, strength, and aerodynamics. No more sacrificing stick strength for speed or feel. Have it all day, Tovey Hockey Stick. Visit ToveyHockey.com for more details. Go to Instagram or X accounts at Tovey Hockey. Learn more. As Colson got that one on net. And that is going to fly by Austin Griffin. Now it's Griffith. Nicoletta. Here's Griffin, and that'll be another icing call. This one against South Kent. Face off. Here's a long shot. DeSanto got it saved by Carson Mertz again. Romph. Saborin gets it down the ice, sets it up for Ryder Kinsler inside. That one gets tipped. Blake trying to tap it in. Couldn't. Does on his, when he's falling down, and there's going to be a penalty for a trip. And it's going to be against South Kent, so the St. M's will get their first power play. Blake got tripped up trying to tap it on the second chance as Frank Fawn going to the box. First power play of the game for Mount. And the first penalty all afternoon against South Kent, excuse me. Golly. 2 minutes on the clock. Mount up 2-0. Trying to go up 3 with the power play here. Glance. That one gets off his skate. Callahan kicks. Crayer inside a Romph, wide to the right. Kinsler. To Callahan, playing it up top, and now Crayer gets it back rather. Charging through. Chardiello trying to squeeze it in there for Romph. Gets by him, but that was Glance on the cleanup. First 36 of the power play expired. Crayer. Callahan. Glance far side. Puts it to the middle. Charging through up to the slot, and that one too tall. Here's Romph. Gets tipped up in the area. Off inside now the glove of Glance. Now the other direction. It's South Kent. Sets it up. Shot saved. Champagne with the shot. They had no shots on goal in their last power play. They got a shorthanded shot here on the Mount power play. As we're over halfway through this this power play, excuse me. Callahan, 45 ticks slow on the power play. Crayer inside. Chardello knocked down. Callahan keeps it alive off his shoulder. Glance. Crayer surveys back to Callahan. His shot saved, second chance, and it will be slapped around and fallen on top of by Rudalis. And some extracurriculars after the play as well. See that shot from our goated cameraman, Ryan Ward. And, there was some action in there. The end of the play. As we resume this South Kent power play, 29 seconds left. You think of it, this is kind of a must-have situation for South Kent. They've been pretty much stonewalled all game from scoring anything. That'll be an icing call against South Kent. Jacobiak in and out of his glove, gets it back, and now it's bent. Getting up the middle, up to Walos. This one slopped away by Griffin. Jacobiak gets back there, trying to kill some of this power play. And the power play is over now. South Kent back on the ice, so with 5 players. Saborin charging through traffic. That one's saved by Rutelis. Colson in the middle. Agafonov too tall on the deflection. Had a chance towards the net, but a little bit too tall. Agafonov knocks that one down as Here's a long shot, a little bit wide to the left for Longfield. We're halfway through this final period on Fans Only Sports Network. Agafonov fires, shot saved. Paletta got a stick in there. Longfield. McKyman. Taken away by Lebedov. This one ripped away. Shot saved. Second chance off the side of the net. Good opportunity for Matthew Crayer, but had two chances. Couldn't get either to go. Here's Crayer again. Cleared away, and Mertz sends it up ahead. Walos feeds it back to Crayer. His shot saved. Finds McKyman. Now Callahan. That one's knocked down. Hurley. Going around the corner, and that one, Crayer ripped it away. Now turns it over. Back to Champagne. McKyman. Walos up ahead to Crayer. There's Walos again. That's around some defenders and turns it over. Champagne shot saved inside the knees of Mertz. Kinsler. Adams up to Bent. St. M's off and on the move. Glance fires. That one got deflected by Sienko. Adams coming away with it. And he got ripped away by Herron. And Herron on the move. Trying to wrap around Kinsler and takes a big hit. Kinsler gets it back off the wall. 6 minutes left here in this one. St. M's up 2-0. Here's Jamie Glantz. Glantz gets a lot of space, gives up to Jacobiak, but Nicoletta gets it at center ice coming off the bench. Adams up to Bent. Feeds. Glantz fires. That one missed targeted a little bit to the left. Griffin trying to send that one away. He does up ahead to Alec Johnson. Long shot saved. Nicolette took it from the blue line right there. This one sent down the ice. It'll be an icing call against South Kent. Off the face-off, Blake gets it. There's Callahan. Fires. That one in and out of the glove of Rudalis, who was Saborin rather. Nicoletta launches. That one saved as well by Rudalis, who's had a really good game in net. You see a ton of shots today. This one ripped away by Champagne. Flips it, coming near south. The puck is Anthony Hurley. He gets that one knocked out of his mitts by Nicoletta. Shots. Saved again. That was Blake that time taking it. And now Blake Enters the zone. His shot is saved as well by Rudelis once again. 4:20 to go here in this one. Colson up to McHyman, up to Longfield. That one tipped on its way there. McHyman will get it at the blue line. His shot on its way to hole, almost got tipped in by Colson. McHyman, Colson almost able to tip it in again. He got it on net. And Ruelis just not breaking down. Agafonov, that one, I think it was off his upper body. Stays alive inside the last 4 minutes of this game. Seeing the goal from Will Bent in the first period, assisted by Caleb Blake, and then Jamie Glantz doing it himself in the third. McHyman to Callahan. Callahan coming near side. Lost the handle. Trying to race for it back, fight for it on the boards. And it'll be won by Griffin, but a whistle was blown first. There'll be a hooking penalty, I think, on the boards there for Callahan. And no, rather it's against South Kent, and it's Charlie Griffith going in the box for a hook. So second power play for the St. M's, and they both come in this period. Yanko against the wall. Flips it down the ice, and Jacobiak will get it back. Walos. Jacobiak up ahead to Chance Adams. Walos kicks. Bent. A little bit too long for him on the power play. Bent. Shot. Save. Walos launches that one off the back of Frank Fon. Jacobiak. Now Walos fires and scores. Easton Walos with the goal. So Walos with the goal. Jacobiak sets it up for him, and a power play score for the St. M's. Able to get the goal there, and they're in charge. Walos kicks, and that one, Crayer going out of his mitts. So an insurance goal with just over 2 minutes to go. What a defensive performance from the St. M's. Callahan trying to get there. Can't. Here's Walos. Feeds. Chardiello. Good look. Saves. Second chance for Walos. Could not. That one's going to go into the bleachers with 94 seconds left. So coming up next, we have the St. M's taking on South Kent Selects. The 16U game here on Fans Only Sports Network. Looking forward to that one. Nicoletta dumps it up ahead. Adams. At 20 and counting down. This one's going to go on the other end and be an icing call against South Kent. It's 3 goals by 3 different players today. Bent, Glantz, and Wallace. Coming in this game as the 3 leading scorers on the team in terms of points accumulated this season. Minute to go. This one's loose. Mount trying to add one more just for fun, and a glance. Can't get it, then up ahead. Ooh, a big hit, taking it center ice. Nicolai laying the stick on Johnson. Nicolai has been looking, arguably a little bit better since his hit in the back of the head and bent now gets absolutely bent out in half. That's going to easily send a South Kent select to the box. It's Resvy, leading scorer on this South Kent team, a little bit frustrated, you can tell. And it's the 3rd penalty against South Kent here in the period. So 44 seconds with the advantage for Mount. Let's see if they want to add one more. And they sure could if they felt like it. 5th guy coming out is Caleb Rompf off the bench. This one going to fly into the netting. The attempt to clear from a South Kent player. Lance to Callahan. Crayer kicks. Rompf saved. Second chance. Still alive. Lance trying to tap it at the end of the play with Chardello. Final 15 seconds of action. Chardello. The wall banks over to Callahan. Here's Crayer. Inside. That one gets by Rompf. Glance. Final 5 seconds. Kind of wrestled away by Champaign. This is going to end the game. And the St. M's, they win it 3-0 here today. The first of 3 games between these 2 organizations, St. M's and South Kent. So coming up next, 16U game. Mount wins this one 3-0, and they start 1-0 on the day. So we'll see you guys soon for that one here on Fan.